Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel.
All right, you guys. Welcome back again. Welcome back for another lesson, another blessing with yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton. Yeah. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to be addressing a topic today called relational domestic reasons and relational domestic seasons, right? Relational domestic reasons and seasons. Now they have different areas, and they have areas relating to reasons, right? There are all kinds of reasons we have. We have reasons to strive for life. We have reasons to not do certain things in life, and we have reasons that we tend to do things that we shouldn't do, right? So this paper is called Relational Domestic Reasons, Relational Domestic Seasons. It says, how does one describe and clarify relational domestic reasons within certain seasons? Domestic reasons and domestic seasons are based on collective data. This means some of us at or around a certain time of the year, summer, spring, winter, or fall, can find ourselves summering and conjuring up and having flashbacks of abusive episodes, sometimes from our childhood and many times from the abusive relationships we've had in our past relationships, and relieving and retrieving that same abuse in our present relationships. Ask yourself questions, all right? Ask yourself questions. Number one, it says, are you now, or have you ever been known to violently abuse all or most of your relationship partners for certain reasons, or are you known to abuse them for other reasons? Okay, let's read that again. Are you now, or have you ever been known to violently abuse all or most of your relationship partners for certain seasons, or are you known to abuse them for other reasons, right? There's a serious thing with some of us in what they call flashbacks. Some of us that are described in areas of triggers and things that trigger us, sounds that trigger us, colors sometimes trigger people. There are areas that just trigger people. Certain times of the year trigger people. Some people are dealing with substance abuse and different things like that, and they can go and do real good for a certain amount of time, and then certain time of the year, certain time of the birthday, certain time of a certain month of the year, and something happening within that month triggers these people and a lot of us to go pick up some drugs, go relieve ourselves and just give up all the accomplishments we've done and the time we've gained not picking up the drug, right? So there's many things, right? Many things that come out, and these kind of things, right? So number 2 says, when you think about domestic violence, has your reasons been worth your seasons, and has your seasons been worth your reasons? 52 weeks of domestic violence classes. I'll ask the group many times, I'm like, man, was it really worth it? You know, I mean, your reasons, right? Your reason for the season, your reason for the season of being in San Quentin, being in Pelican Bay, being in Santa Rita, the county jail, whatever, right? I mean, have your reasons been worth your seasons? Because I know when I've made mistakes, right? Not the mistakes in the domestic violence classes. That was, I mean, domestic violence kind of thing. That's not me. But the area of going to jail, you know, is always, man, what am I doing in here, man? If I just didn't come outside, if I just didn't go over there trying to make that extra $10, that extra $4.50, whatever it was, I'm locked down, man. My freedom is gone. So many times my reasons was not worth my seasons, and my seasons wasn't worth my reasons, right? So, you know, you pay a price for that. So number 3, Before you caught your case, did you believe in your heart that there was always a legitimate reason, no matter what the season, to violently and verbally abuse your relationship partner? Before you caught your case, did you believe in your heart and mind that there were always a legitimate reason, no matter what the season, to violently and verbally abuse your relationship partner? Right? Oh man, I don't believe it, man. I mean, like, after you start getting at least as old as me, hopefully you don't have to wait that long. You know, that stuff is senseless. It's senseless. Arguments and there's no reason for an argument. It's petty stuff, tripping off small things, and you think you have reason. And really, you're causing health problems within yourself. We're causing health problems within ourselves when we sit there and argue and fight each other for nothing. Say things we should have never said. I mean, sometimes, people think physical abuse is bad, but the verbal abuse is maybe 10 to 20 times as bad, because those scars can have a lifetime, what you say to someone. And what you say to someone can also uplift someone for a lifetime. You know, so weigh it out, right? Number 4, are you known to abuse alcohol and drugs for most holiday seasons, or are you known to abuse alcohol and drugs for other reasons, right? Are you known to abuse alcohol and drugs for most holiday seasons, or are you known to abuse alcohol and drugs for other reasons, right? People say, man, I only drink, right? I'm only going to get me some, right? Because it's the season, man. We're going to get the eggnog and brandy. We're going to get the eggnog and the 151. We're going to get the, man, that's what we're going to do. So you're going to do that, right? And a lot of times, right, it ain't got nothing to do with the season, right? You got other reasons, right? If the eggnog and brandy ain't there, you got some other reason. Oh, they stepped on my shoestring. Oh, they got my suit dirty when they touched me with their dirty hands. Any good thing was a good reason, especially for me when I was on that level, was out there. I made any excuse, right? I didn't want to watch the movie at the house with the relationship partner. I didn't want to hear mama talking, because I was at mama's house there too, right? I didn't want to deal with the stress of things not being the way they used to be. So a good sniff drink, a good little bit of this, a little bit of that drug, you know, it fit the bill at the time, but it's a costly thing, right? Every time I get mad, you know, that's a reason for the season to get loaded. But what's your reason? You know, what's your season, right? So number 5, do you agree or disagree that there is never a good reason and there is never a good season to be violent and abusive to someone you claim to love? Do you agree or disagree that there is never a good reason and there is never a good season to be violent and abusive to someone you claim to love, right? People like, man, I just do what I do, there's a scripture that talks about, love don't hurt, and if love don't hurt, it talks about, it said love doesn't hurt, love doesn't parade itself like it's supposed to hurt. You don't say little things, because parading it's like going around and really doing it, but you just running and playing around like I was just playing or something. But love doesn't hurt. It doesn't parade itself. It says it seeks no evil and believes no evil. It talks about being childish too. Like it says, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I behaved as a child. It says, when I became a man or woman, I put away childish things. So we got to separate the child from the adult, in this behavior kind of thing. We got to separate that, right? And we got to grow up, man. We got to start doing things differently. They also have a scripture that states, and it's amazing, right? And I ask my clients, my male clients, I say, hey, do you like spending more time with your homeboys than you do your woman? And they say, oh yeah, I can't, look, I'd rather speak with my partners and all that than be with her all the time, man. I just like to see her after 12, like 1 in the morning. And I said, oh yeah, okay. I said, well, there's a scripture that says, and don't quote me on the exact place it's at, it says a man and a woman will leave their parents and go on and make a life for themselves. It didn't say anything about a man and his homeboys will leave their parents and go on and make a life for themselves. It didn't say that. All right, let me calm back down. Thank you. All right, so we're going to move on. Number 6. When you're financially strapped and broke in a season, are you willing to lose your freedom because of your stress and what you believe is a good reason, right? When you're strapped, when you're broke, I mean, are you just willing, right? Because sometimes, man, I remember, man, you know, you be in relationships, and I share this with my group, and I say, man, you're in a relationship, and I say, man, you ever regretted your girl or your partner ever told you stay in the house, right? And then they said, yeah, they told me to stay in the house. That's okay, because if they tell you to stay in the house, but you got reason to go out there. You got to get that 450, right? You got to just, that's all you want to make, 450, man. You know, trying to see if they got some bacon on sale for tomorrow, right? So you going and trying to get something, right? Get something. You're tired of somebody all in your ear talking about you ain't doing nothing, right? But then she tell you, don't go out tonight, baby. You can do that tomorrow. So you go on out, man, and then end up in somebody's jail, end up in somebody's prison system, end up somewhere you shouldn't be, right? And, man, you know, and your reasons and your seasons is bad, man, because now you're busted. And if you would have listened about staying in the house, you know, and not made that reason so pressing, right, and just been patient, right, waited for that phone call for that job or something like that, right, waited to not go out there in that mess where all the killing is at, right, you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't even be out before the street lights come on. We got to go back to what Mama and them taught us. You got to be in the house before the street lights come on, because it's dangerous out there. You know, it ain't only shooting going on, it's coronas going on. So go in the house, right? Number 7, right? When you think about your reason and your seasons, are your reasons been worth your seasons when it comes to hurting and eliminating people from your culture and your race? When you think about your reasons and your seasons, are your reasons been worth your seasons when it comes to hurting and eliminating your people and your culture from your culture and your race? I can't see it, man. I mean, I love my people, you know, and it's good to speak that. It's good to say to yourself and out loud if need be that you love your people. Now, when you love something, you take care of it. When you love your people, your folks, when you represent who you are, when you love the color of skin that you walk with, you carry with, you sleep with, you protect that. You don't go out there trying to gain points by eliminating the team. You know, what would a football team look like, right? If, you know, if San Francisco 49ers or something was playing against Dallas, or the Raiders was playing against San Francisco or Houston or one of the other teams, right? And what would it look like to shoot everybody on your team, right? You would never win the game. You know, the team wins the game. The team wins the game, and we got to start protecting the team. You know, we got to start being, you know, we spend a lot of time just like, ooh, them people did this. You know, we spend a lot of time, Black Lives Matter, right? And we put a lot of people out there, a lot of people is saying a lot of stuff. But we ain't saying nothing about what we doing to our own people. That kind of sends me out there. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's okay to respond, right, to my channel, you know, and voice your opinions, leave a message or whatever, put thumbs up, you know, on my site, right? Okay, number 8, we're gonna close this out. Would you say and agree that today is a good reason and a good season to start getting your life together, right? I think it's a good reason. It is, man. I know it is. It is a good time to start getting your life together. You say, well, maybe I'll do it next year. Next year? Well, next year is in a few days, a week or so. I'll do it next year, in 2 years from now. No, you can't keep waiting. You don't know how much time you got. We don't know how much time we got here. We got to make the best of the time we have left, right? And I don't care if you 18, 17, 16 years old, people are dying early, right? They're not living as long as they used to. And part of the reason is us. Part of the reason is us that's making us not live long. You know, we want to blame everybody in the world, but we at least should get this department over here in order. Let's protect what we got, man. You know, I mean, hey, man, you know, you're worth it. All right, that's going to be it for yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Sawyer. Thank you for attending my group.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah. We on.
You don't hear the music, nigga. Unless you come hella close.
Yeah, you can come closer.
Oh, come close.
Try to cut the beat off.